People in arranged marriages, what's it like? My parents arranged my marriage when I was 15 to someone I'd never met. The announcement came over dinner, delivered as casually as passing the salt. His family is well respected, my mother said. Good education, stable job prospects. The wedding will be when you turn 22. 7 years to get acquainted, as if learning to love someone was like memorizing multiplication tables. For 7 years, we exchanged awkward letters twice a month, each one a careful performance of politeness. His handwriting was terrible, slanted loops and cramped sentences I had to squint to decipher. We talked about school achievements, seasonal weather, favorite foods, anything except the enormous elephant between us. We'd be married soon, sharing a bed, a life, a future neither had chosen. I kept his photo hidden between textbook pages, sometimes staring at his serious expression during biology lectures. He had kind eyes, I thought, but that could have been wishful thinking. The letters felt like homework assignments. The monsoons came early this year, he'd write. My mathematics courses are going well. I'd respond with equally stilted updates about literature classes and my mother's cooking experiments. 3 weeks before our wedding, when the house was chaos with sari fittings and menu planning, he called me at 2 a.m. I was awake anyway, staring at the ceiling and fighting panic. His voice was shaking so badly I could hear it through the crackling connection. I can't do this, he whispered. I'm supposed to love you, but I don't even know you. I don't know if you like your tea sweet or what makes you laugh. What if we spend 50 years as polite strangers? Instead of panic, something unexpected clicked into place, a strange calm. What if we just ran away for a week? I heard myself saying, not from each other, but together, before everyone else gets involved with their expectations. What if we just tried to actually meet each other? The silence stretched so long I thought he'd hung up. You mean it? He finally whispered. We drove 8 hours to a tiny coastal town whose name I'd found on a map. No family, no wedding planning committees, no aunties offering endless advice. Just us and desperate hope that beneath 7 years of careful letters were two real people who might actually like each other. We got separate hotel rooms and spent 4 days doing everything wrong for an Indian arranged marriage. We stayed out late wandering beaches, talking about real dreams instead of acceptable career goals, genuine fears instead of polite concerns, the people we'd kissed during college, the futures we'd secretly imagined. On day 3, we got caught in a thunderstorm and sheltered in this cramped bookstore that smelled like old paper and sea salt. I watched him notice a restless little girl while her mother browsed. Without being asked, he knelt down and started reading poetry aloud, his voice gentle and dramatic, making verses sound like adventure stories. I realized I was seeing the real him for the first time. Someone genuinely kind, someone who noticed small lonely moments and tried to fill them with something beautiful. That night, we had our first real fight. He wanted to be a teacher. I thought it was impractical. I wanted to travel and write. He thought it was selfish escapism. We argued for hours, voices getting louder, finally saying what we actually believed instead of what we thought the other wanted to hear. Then suddenly we both started laughing because we were finally being honest. This is who you really are, he said, still smiling. I like her so much better than the polite girl from the letters. We returned home and had the wedding exactly as planned, complete with 700 guests and 3 days of ceremonies. But secretly, we both knew we'd already chosen each other in that little bookstore, discovering who we really were while thunder crashed outside. 4 years later, he's teaching 3rd grade and I run a travel blog. We compromise constantly, disagree regularly, and discover new things about each other every week. It turns out you can fall in love with someone after you marry them. You just have to be brave enough to show them who you really are.